If I don't schedule out the things that I want to do for the rest of the year, I just won't do them. They will not get done. It's not going to happen. Do you want God's plan for your life? Do you want to discover your calling? Do you want to build a business that's aligned with God's will? Hey girl, hey! I'm Jeanette, business and faith coach. After a decade in the military, the Air Force said, see you later, and I had to find my true calling. Want to know how God directed my life from a cybersecurity engineer to a faith and business mentor? In this podcast, I'll teach you how to start a business, how to know your business is God's calling, monetization techniques, how to trust the Holy Spirit, and how to set boundaries to listen to His word alone. Ready to become unapologetically unstoppable? Hey girl, hey. Okay, we're going to get real nitty gritty into how to launch, basically. So if you haven't listened to my podcast before, this is going to be one that you want to save, okay? Because you're going to want to come back to it because I'm going to give you a lot of information in a short amount of time because that's just what I'm going to do. Okay, so I am kind of coming up on, it's May right now, and I'm coming up on quarter 3. Holy cow, y'all. It's like almost halfway through the year. And so I'm reevaluating all the things that I did in the first 2 quarters, holy cow, and trying to think of what I want to do and how I want to structure my business, period, right? Just how I want to structure my business. Okay. So as a coach and a mentor, I think about how I want the rest of the year to flow and what that looks like and how much time it's going to take from me and my family, right? I've got 2 young kids. I've got a husband who's in the military. There's a lot of things going on around here, right? And I also like to be very involved in my local community. I feel like that's very important to me because I need community. I haven't lived here all my life. I don't know people around here, so I need to be involved to get to know people, and I like to know them deeply, so that means spending a lot of time with them, which I don't mind. Honestly, I love them. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do for the rest of the year is look at what I've already done. What I've already done, how it worked, do I want to do it again, what was successful, what was not successful, and yeah, how does it feel? And just being objective, not even like judging myself on, well, I didn't do this right or I didn't do that. No, none of that. It's, I did this program, I created this thing. Do I like it? Do I not like it? And then I go into how was it received? And if it was like, I didn't market it that well, so it couldn't have been received that well, that's one thing versus I marketed it very well. People took it and they still didn't like it, which never happens because if you market it right, people are going to like it because they know what they're getting. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to think about, I did some one-on-ones. I didn't do any group this year, but I did last year. I created a course. And I'm doing some in-person speaking engagements. What do I want the rest of the year to look like? And so for me personally, I do want to do some one-on-ones, but it's going to be very minimal. Like I want to do maybe 2 or 3 people for the rest of the year in 3-month packages, and that's it. Group coaching, I don't know why I'm not really feeling that right now. It seems like a great idea for people who want to affect a lot of people or want to make it more affordable for a lot of people. I want to spend all that group coaching time with my kids, honestly. And I felt like when I was asking God about, should I make a membership? Should I do this? Should I do this? And it never felt quite right. I never heard him say, yes, it's exactly right. So I haven't done it. Until he tells me yes, I'm going to just wait on it. I'm not going to do it. And then I've got the course. And I haven't marketed it correctly, but I do like it. So because I haven't marketed correctly, that's what I'm going to work on for the next quarter. Because I want to make money on it, right? I can't just like have these things that I created and just expect people to just come knock on my door saying, hey, I want that course you made. Nobody knows about it. So if nobody knows about it, they don't want to buy it because they don't know it exists. So that's the next thing I'm going to do is create some really deep, correct marketing like email sequences to sell to my email list. But it's not a live launch. It's going to be like an evergreen type launch because I don't want to live launch. That's just not what I want to do right now in my life. I don't. I'm about to start moving. I've got kids. I homeschool. I don't want a live lunch. That does not feel good to me. And I feel like with God, I can make money not live launching because I don't want to, and it doesn't feel right to my nervous system. It just doesn't. And then I want to think about how many programs I want to run this year. Like, how many times do I want to be speaking on stages and then selling things? How many times do I want to do the one-on-one? Like I said, 3 for the rest of the year. How many times do I want to do group? I don't. How many am I going to create another course this year? And I feel like I do. And I want it to be, well, I'm really asking God, am I talking to business owners, or am I talking mostly to people as a life coach? Which, I mean, I can do both, right? I do enjoy talking about this stuff right here, like how my business works, how business works in general, and helping people get to that next step in their business, because I just do. I'm enjoying this. It turns me on a little bit. Like it's exciting. It's riveting. Turns me on not in like a weird sexual way, but just like turns me on in like a, ooh, yes, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm awake now. Ooh, I'm not like numbed out to this. It's exciting. I love this. I like talking about making money, making things, selling things. It's exciting. So, number 1, what type of programs am I going to run this year? Number 2, how many programs do I want to run this year? What type and how many? Number 3, am I going to do an open cart, closed cart, and I need to schedule those out if I am? And for me, I'm not going to do that. I decided not to. I do need to schedule out, though, my speaking engagements and what that looks like. So I'm not going to have an open cart, closed cart for that, but I will have an email sequence for people who sign up for the live events, so that way they can remember to come, right? They can come to the live events. So that's what I want to focus on, is trying to do a monthly or quarterly talk here, maybe bi-monthly. That feels good. A bi-monthly talk here where I can get like-minded Christian women in the same room and we can talk about Christian things. And I can inspire them to get closer to the Holy Spirit. I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Bi-monthly, quarterly talks that goes into an email sequence for my course. That's what it is. So I'm going to sell my course after the talk. You're going to hear me talk. You're going to fall in love with me. You're going to realize how exciting and smart and God-filled that I am. And God is going to show you this course and you're going to buy it because you're going to buy it. Done. And that's it. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the year. I like thinking about what I'm going to do for the rest of the year because it helps me plan. And if I have it on paper, I will do it. But if I don't, I just won't. That's just how my brain works. And when I have things on paper and I've got dates to it, I feel like I've got something to go for. I was telling my friend today that I was talking to, her name's Cecily. It's such a cool name, right? Anyways, I was like saying, hey, I wrote this speech. Well, I'm writing the speech and I got to finish it because I planned an event. Because if I didn't plan an event, I probably wouldn't write the speech because I have no timeline. There's no like repercussions. Nobody's going to come knock on my door and say, hey, Jeanette, I thought you were going to do this speech. But if I put something out there saying I'm going to do it and then people start signing up, I got to do it. I got to follow through. You know what I mean? So when you think about the rest of your year, plan it out. Plan out the dates, plan out how you're going to do it, and take it from last year. Take a look at what you did in the last, even if this is new in business for you, take a look at your last month. Take a look at your last few months and say, I liked doing this. I did not like doing this. This felt very unaligned. I talked to Jesus. He said, don't do this no more. I talked to Jesus and he said, jump out there and do this. So whatever that is, go do that thing. Go do that thing. That's what I'm doing. And it's scary. But you know what? It's not my problem. It's God's problem. Because if I fail, it's on God. It's not on me. Because he told me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you soon. Wow, that was so good. So I know that you know somebody that also needs to hear that. So share this episode. Leave a review. And I would love if you could watch my free workshop at JeanettePeterson.com/missingpiece. I'll see you guys over on the grams at Jeanette.Peterson. Bye.